Hi, today I'm going to talk about the number one mistake that most holistic therapists make on social media. If you don't know me, my name is Jenny and I have been a holistic therapist for over 20 years. I started Essentials Holistic Centre in Malahide back in 2012, and that is a training centre for holistic therapists. So what is the number one mistake that most therapists are making on social media? And that mistake is that a lot of people are using social media as their main or their only way to engage with people and to grow their businesses. So social media is absolutely great, as we all know, and we all use it, obviously, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. So it's absolutely great. But we have absolutely zero control over the rules. And as we have seen recently, the rules on social media can change very quickly. We also have no control at all over who is actually seeing our posts or how many of our followers are seeing the posts. So what we need to do is actually find a way of engaging with people that we have control over. And the best way to do that is using an e-newsletter. So obviously we will still use social media because it is a great way to start an engagement, but a newsletter is a fantastic bonus. So three things just to mention about newsletters before I start, and that is that you should never use your own Google or Hotmail to actually send a newsletter. You need to use a proper newsletter software, and I will also go into how are we going to get people to actually sign up for a newsletter and why that is important. So you would never use your own Gmail or Hotmail account for a couple of reasons. First of all, very importantly, your account can be blacklisted, which means that nobody will actually see your emails and you won't even know about it. You just know you send them out and you don't realize you haven't received them. Another thing that's really important is that legally and just for politeness, it's very important that you actually let people have an easy way to unsubscribe from a newsletter if they want to. And when you use newsletter software, that is super easy, it's automatic. Another thing that's really important is that when you send a newsletter or an email from your own Gmail account, you can't actually see who's opened it, who's engaged, have they clicked on any links or anything like that. You can see that really easily with a newsletter software. So the newsletter software I recommend is MailChimp for a couple of reasons. First of all, because they're free, which is very nice, for up to 2,000 emails a month. It's free. It has everything you need. You can send newsletters, you can put your pictures in, you can arrange them any way you want. There's loads of easy design features. You can send welcome sequences, you can schedule emails. So there are other softwares out there that have more kind of bells and whistles, but to be honest with you, we actually don't really need them. And very importantly, once you have your newsletter set up, you need to get people to sign up to it. So it's really important that you don't put anyone on your email newsletter list without their consent. So they have to opt in first, either physically when you're speaking to somebody or through social media or whatever. So a couple of ways of encouraging sign-ups, first and foremost, would be social media. So there's a few ways of encouraging sign-ups, and one of them would be to have a link on your header, to have a button just below your header on your social media page. You can also have a post that will be pinned to the top of your feed about signing up for your newsletter. You can have other posts coming up maybe once a week or whatever suits. You can also share a link to your sign up page on your on groups and events and stuff like that. So another way of getting people onto your newsletter is through your website. If you have a website, it's really important that you're using it to get leads and also to get people to obviously order your products and book in with your treatments. So having a sign-up box makes that really easy. If you have a WordPress website, which is extremely popular. Hi, Alison, how's it going? If you have a WordPress website, you can use something called Thrive Leads. They have a lot of different type of opt-in boxes and they are easy to use. You do need to get used to them like any other software, but they're well worth having. If you don't have a WordPress website, there's another option called Opt-in Monster. I haven't actually used it myself, but I believe it's really good. I have on very good authority that is very, very easy to use as well. When you are encouraging sign-ups, either on your social media page or through your website, it's nice to have a little extra to encourage people to sign up. People are quite reluctant these days to give up their email addresses because our inbox are just getting way too busy. So you could include something like a mini voucher, €15 off your next treatment, a free mini facial with your next treatment. But if you have it that the mini voucher has to be used within a certain date, it encourages people to actually book in with you as well. So that is really the bulk. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting. Another very important way actually of getting people to sign up is by speaking to them. So if you have clients coming in for treatments, ask them would they like to be included on your newsletter. You could have a question on your consultation form with a box that needs to be ticked, as opposed to not ticking the box. It is assuming consent, so a definite actual consent. Tell them that if they sign up for your newsletter, you will be sharing some fantastic hints and tips for backache and stress, etc., and that you will keep them notified first of your special offers and your new therapies and treatments. Also, if you happen to be doing things like holistic fairs or charity events or whatever, you could just ask people there as well, would they like to be included on the newsletter? And that, as I said, you will get some really, really helpful tips and be first to be informed of special offers. So I know that we have actually, it's only been a few minutes, but we have gone into quite a lot already. But what I have coming up at 11:30 is a link to a blog post. And on the blog post is a MailChimp video tutorial. So that will actually take you step by step in how to set up MailChimp. And it will also cover what I've just said as well, if you want to read through it. Glad you found it helpful, Alison. I actually love you do a great newsletter. I love your newsletter. So that is it for today. Next week I'm going to be on again at 11 o'clock, and this time I'm going to talk about other ways of creating engagement. So we have looked at social media, the importance of a newsletter, and now we need to see other ways to get more eyeballs on your newsletter and on your therapies and on your offers. So I hope you found it helpful. If you're listening to the replay, feel free to post any questions in the comments down below, and I'll be keeping an eye on this post and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you very much, and I will see you next Friday at 11 o'clock.